Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Mercedes and this is the Frugal Life with Mercedes. So today we are going to talk about excuses. So we make excuses, the people around us make excuses, everybody makes excuses, but not everybody sees an excuse as an excuse. I think that we have become complacent with not finding solutions to our problems. And sometimes the solutions are very easy, but you have to put in the work and the effort to do them. So let's say you're really tired of your house being cluttered. Well, a simple solution is to clean it out. But depending upon the size of your house, how much stuff you have, how many other people live there and their stuff too, it's not just get trash bags and toss the whole house. It would require some planning. It would take time. But that is a solution. But most people would just keep their house cluttered or messy because that's easier. That's easier than figuring out what the problem is and solving it. I've said this before when it comes to finances. It's easy to say, well, my parents never taught me about finances, or I'm terrible with money. I'm terrible with numbers. Nobody taught me. I don't know how. The debt that I have is staggering. Like, I could just never get out of that. But there are people that make a lot less money, who have a lot more debt, maybe more challenges, and they have somehow been able to get a hold of their money. And something I like to add with this is most people were not taught about finances. Most people, if they live in a cluttered environment, they probably grew up in a cluttered environment, so that's what they're accustomed to. This could also be with our weight and our health. How many times have any of us or somebody we know said, I really want to lose weight. I really want to get healthy. I want to, start going to the gym. I want to get, toned. But how many people really do it and stick to it and make lifestyle changes? It's easy to say, well, I'm of a certain age, so I can't, or I have kids, so I can't, or I work too much and I can't. There's always going to be a reason why you can't do something. So excuses are easy, but putting in the hard work, that's why they call it hard work. It's not convenient. It's not fun. It's not easy. But you have to think about what the reward is. So whatever it is that you keep making excuses about, whatever it is, try to think, do I really want this? And come up with a plan. And as I've said in many videos, is you don't want to go so hard and so hardcore that you burn yourself out. You want to make small steps. So, first example, you want to clean out your house. It's got a lot of clutter. Start with one drawer. I know that sounds silly, but seriously, while you're cooking dinner, while dinner's cooking on the stove, clean out one of the drawers in the kitchen. Have a trash pile, a keep pile, and a donate pile. And the next time that you leave the house, that donate pile goes right to the thrift store. Do you know what I mean? Like, make small little steps and do that every day. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to work on that second drawer. And then you move to the next room after you get that all done. Small, obtainable steps. You want to lose weight. Don't start starving yourself. Come up with a plan that works. Do your research. Start with, let's say that you don't exercise at all. Start with a 15-minute walk after dinner every day. Rain, shine, snow, hard day at work, whatever it is, start there and build on that. You're a binge eater? Okay. They have support groups for that. There are meditations to help with that. Therapists will help you with that. Think of whatever your problem is and whatever the excuse is, figure out how to resolve that. And then I've also talked about this in many videos before. Maybe you don't want it that much, and that's okay too. If you want to live in a cluttered house, if you want to have an unhealthy lifestyle, if you want to be in debt, then maybe don't excuse the behavior anymore. You don't have to make comments about how you're 20 pounds overweight and you don't exercise. That's your business. But obviously, if you keep bringing it up, then you obviously have a problem with it within yourself. So it can go deeper than that. Do you know what I mean? Like, why are you continually bringing up whatever it is, but you're not making steps and changes to ratify the situation? Is it because society is telling you that you should have an aesthetically pleasing house? Or is it because you actually want to have a neat, tidy home, or be physically fit, or lose that 20 pounds, or become debt-free? And there's a million other examples that I could give, but I feel like those three are pretty common. So remember, guys, excuses are easy. Hard work is hard. You have to put a lot of work, a lot of effort into whatever it is that you really want. Going back to school, working on your romantic relationship, working on yourself, self-love. Whatever it is, it's going to take work and it's going to take effort. And if it's been years that you've been talking about doing this, maybe you don't want it that much. But if you keep bringing it up, then is it because you really want it and you just haven't figured out a way to do it? Or do you really not want it and you just feel like you're supposed to say that? So that's something that you guys kind of have to think about. But anything worth doing can be challenging, but that doesn't mean that it's not worth doing. I've done a lot of things that were very challenging. I lost 50 pounds. It was not fun. It was not glamorous. It was really hard work. I became debt-free. Not glamorous, very, very hard work. But both of those things bettered my life. So instead of sitting around indefinitely wanting those things, I put in the effort and I figured out a plan, and I wanted both of those things for myself. And I didn't want to wait until it was going to be easier, because guess what? It's not going to ever be easier. You just have to put one foot in front of the other for the things that you really want. Okay, guys? So I hope that motivates you guys. And remember, if none of these things apply to you and there's nothing in your head, like if there are things that you really want, I want you to go after them. But I only want you to go after things that you genuinely want, not what somebody else thinks you should go after, or what society says that you should go after, or what your home should look like, or what you should look like. It's only the things that are important to you. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And until next time, bye.